Warmington? Are you in? Are you, man? If you live in a glass house, don't throw stone. And if you can't say, don't throw no stones. You understand? Hold on there. What we say? If you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. And if you don't throw stones, then you're good. So you are going now, people. I have a couple of things to cover. I remember if I like and share the video. Am I live? Something alright. Something alright. Come like say the algorithm is dead. My life? Something ain't right. Anyway, I'm gonna play this first.
Okay? So he's going to hypocrisy. We don't want more change, don't we? We have a black man, we have one who came from among us. And the same name for the slave. We don't want more change, don't we? It was a trench to now we have change by that man. And that man was a damn fool. I want to change the baby. We ain't going back to no more change. We are free. We are free. We are free. No more hypocrisy. No more plantation no more. No more slave owner. We want our rule and our rule is rule. Andrew, Michael Rule is a founding police and all that. Thank you very much. There's one great-great-grandfather who owns slaves at Cambridge.
So the man said no more slavery. The man said he want free. He want free. Alright, don't kill myself, sir.
Matilda Nunes, Marjorie Henry Tyson, Matilda Nunes, the God, Henry Isaac Tyson Jr., Henry Isaac Tyson, the God, Isabel Tyson, the God, Logan Levy, the God, Alice Levy Golding. Alice Levy, because who? Mark Golding. So I tell you right now, from his place come now.
People of Jamaica, do you yet understand that Mark Golding being a descendant of slave owners in Jamaica, that at this point the only thing that we should be requiring of Mark Golding is that he pays reparation from the enrichment that his family got from the enslavement of black Jamaicans.
When I hear this,
the legacy that was handed down to him when slavery was abolished. The British Crown at the time decided to pay former slave owners for them having lost their precious commodity, slaves. Can you imagine? They got paid for having set us free as if we were dogs and goats and pigs and cows. Just imagine that. Mark Golding being a descendant of slave owners and having received the wealth handed down to him by his grandfather. Mark Golding, you have 72 hours to begin repaying us, the black people of Jamaica. Mark Golding, you have 72 hours.
This is rich.
To have a press conference to tell us how you are going to pay reparation to us.
Are you guys hearing this?
Mark Golding, you are called upon. You have 72 hours, Mark Golding, to begin to pay us reparation. And we wait for your response, having been a grandson of former slave owners. Mark Golding, you have 72 hours to pay us reparation.
You know, I want us to keep that argument in mind when we go over Warmington's legacy. Keep that argument in mind, you know. Because you see, reparations is not something that one individual gives. Alright? Reparations is supposed to come from a country. Like England. England is supposed to pay us reparations. If you want to have a real conversation about reparations, have a real conversation about reparations. No one individual pays reparations. That's one of the most dumbest arguments I ever heard in my life. And I am pro reparations. You understand? When you made how you doing? Osia Phipps, Warmington never picked the beam out of his eye first. Yes, Warmington. It is alleged that you're a house slave, man. Your people was house slaves. How that work? How that happen? It is alleged that they were raping slaves, unaliving them, doing all manners of evil to them. Your ancestors, you Warmington. That's where the name came from. You see, a lot of us are victims, you know. A lot of us are victims. So when you're gonna use the ancestor card, that's not a good card to use. We have black people that also enslaved some black people. There's a dark part of the Maroon history where the Maroons used to sell some of us. So, and the Maroons are recognized as heroes, as they should be, for fighting against those people and winning. But there's also a dark side to it. If we want to have a real conversation about this, have a real conversation about it. Right? Everybody has a dark history. Mr. Mark Golding cannot decide who is his family, but guess what he can do? He can do things now that benefits us, the people of Jamaica. Far more than giving us his inheritance. That really doesn't help. Like him putting system in place and putting us in those points to actually earn and grow wealth for our families for generations to come. That's like teaching somebody how to fish instead of giving them fish. So this argument that, you know, I'm supposed to pay reparations, rubbish, nonsense. But let's get to Mr. Warmington. 100 done you, boy. Lord of mercy, rough. I'm not even play about the order there.
Antecedents. But I don't think Jamaica know that this bulldog also came from slave history. Remember that my first love is history. As a historian.
No, Warmington, how you feel? How long it take you to dig up Mark Golding history? And the man then dig up your file in like 24 hours. Man, you should have left this one alone, boy. What you deal with? I thought my press pick up yourself, mama. No, sir. Warmington a house slave and I talk about Marky G. Brother, go sit down here, man. You're a joker. But if you want to have a real conversation about history and slavery and everything, have a real conversation. We have to judge Mark Golding off of his merit. Everything what we see Mark Golding has done so far is fight for we the people of Jamaica. and our human rights. Yeah, man, I know you have work and you're busy, man. Big up yourself, man. I have the kids, them and everything. Big up yourself, man. The word is love, you know that. So, you know, this is just a distraction, really. What going, Colin? This is just a distraction. You know, I find this hilariously sad. I really, this is a joke to me. He is a joke. You know, it's comedy at the end of the day. Real talk.
I'm going to go into the United Kingdom to find their files. Clifford the Big Bulldog. Who is Charles Warmington to you?
Yeah, who that?
Clifford the Big Bulldog. Yeah, when I call Clifford, you know what you must do. Clifford the Big Bulldog. Who is Charles Warmington to you?
Yeah, my boy read about roof.
Charles Warmington profile and legacy. 1792. Owner of the Hermitage in St. John, Jamaica. From the least 1826. Resident in Jamaica from at least 1820. Deceased the 25th of October, 1863. Clifford the Big Bulldog. Charles Sir Joseph Warmington. Elizabeth Cazit of Lanivet, Cornwall, England. Baptized in Lanivet, Cornwall, England. She had one sister, Courtney, Elizabeth. Two brothers, Joseph and Nicholas, whom he honored by naming his children after them. This look like a solid slave owner history. Clifford, come here. Come here, Clifford. In 1826, he registered ownership of enslaved people on the Hermitage plantation in the parish of St. John. Remember that Jamaica did have enough parish before we have the 14 now.
Yes.
With 5 enslaved people whom he had purchased since 1823.
Wow. You know how wild that is to say that you purchased an individual?
Clifford!
That's
so wild. I want you to tell me, do you have a history of your family equally being slave owners? So when you come and talk about Golding Begot and Ubat, is Charles Warmington in your lineage? Now you understand why he behave how he behave. Now you understand, Jamaica, why this kind of nasty, dirty miscreant. Clifford! Clifford!
Yo!
St. John, if you never know Courtney, is now St. Catherine.
Okay.
St. John, if you know history, St. John is actually now who? St. Catherine. And that is why I tell you, no students. Now you understand why the dirt, but you now understand him color. He was one of them, you know, Courtney. Who, when was born? What you call them?
Remember that Peter toucher? Oh, we have to play one little bit tight, no? No, you know you deal with. Not true, man. You say the big bull green dog. They live in a glass house. Don't throw stones. Pull up. Mr. Clifford. If you live in a glass house, don't throw stones.
What
yeah?
House slave.
A house slave? That's some wagwan.
We need help, Jesus.
Yes, sir. Big up. Yo!
But on a serious note,
a comedy this is man. Yo, a comedy man this is man.
Half a man Jamaica. So now you understand why he behaves the way he behaves. Because he never had the privilege. He never had the privilege of other siblings. Because now you understand why he brings up this argument not just once, not just twice, not just thrice, but multiple times about Mark Golding.
Yeah.
But Jamaica, ask him about his lineage. Ask him, Jamaica, about his lineage of Charles.
So the person will say Mark Golding supposed to pay up some money. So Warmington for pay up money too. Warmington for resign because him family them and a slave master. Who more move like a slave master with the people them? Who more oppress the people them? Have you ever heard of anybody that has encountered with Mark Golding say that he was disrespectful to them, had a ignorant type of tone when feel like saying better than people? Have you ever heard about that? Ever? I'm just asking, have you? Yo, and look for Everald Warmington. And look how him carry himself and deal with people. Even the media. I see one picture with one big old long middle finger. I say, yo, him want to yell or something? Eh? Oh, film finger so long. Big old middle finger off of the media personnel. Him even deal with him own people in the party aggressively and talk to them one certain way. Him not no manners, him not no respect. And then there's the allegation of what he did to Andre Stevens. I mean, really? Not my word, Andre. It's not even allegation. It's Andre. Andre said that's what he did, and I've never heard a lawsuit come against Andre. I've never heard him say he didn't do it. You understand? So, brother, if you live in a glass house, don't throw stone. Because your file is pretty marred with dirt and mud. Yes? If we exclude your slave master ancestor them who used to own slave, and we exclude Mark Golding's so-called slave masters' ancestry, which they cannot control it. Both of them can't control that. If you remove those things and look at both of you as a person, as an individual, and how you carry yourself, and judge you off of your merit and what you have done or not done for the people of Jamaica. Sir, you were the one that told the people that if you're not going to give money to a PMP candidate, it means that you don't serve all the people. You only serve the JLP people. You said that no PMP MP is going, no PMP councillor is going to spend your money because you are the minister. And you said that. So you are of no good character. And then you are part of lodge too. That only make it worse. And you say it, you have lodge pound this day in a parliament. And you come out and make we know all of these things. People tap up the screen, man. It easy, you know, be. All you have to do is double tap the screen with the finger like so, you know. You don't have to do like TikTok when you constantly have to beat the screen, you know. Just 2 taps. You see me? Hit the like button, man.
As Warmington. You want me to go further?
Further.
In 1826, he registered the ownership, as I said. In 1832, he had purchased 2 slaves, people in St. John. Also from Deputy Marshal Sale, along with a further 3 who were registered in St. Thomas in the Vale, bringing his total number of people of slaves to 13. 13! What can go so? Joseph Kwabengora Warmington, free child. Hear this one, yeah? The free child, you know. Joseph Kwabengora Warmington, the free child, baptized the 24th of the 9th, 1820, in St. John. Elizabeth Warmington born, 1821, of color, free. And Frances Lanya Warmington born, 1823, of color, free, who were now baptized in St. John. Jenny Bear, colored daughter of Charles Warmington, and Elizabeth Queensborough baptized in St. Dorothy, 1827. Nicholas Gross Warmington, age 4, and Charles Bowden Warmington, age 3, baptized in St. John, 1823. Isn't this your lineage? Isn't this your lineage, Clifford, the big bulldog? Isn't this your lineage, Courtney? I want Clifford to tell Jamaica tonight If this isn't your lineage, isn't these your forefathers? Isn't these your forefathers? Your great grand and grand and grand and grand. I tell you, no, don't trouble me, you know. Because
I have more YouTube videos than shorts. I have more YouTube live stream than shorts. That's a fact. Kirk, I don't know what you mean by that.
St. Dorothy is where you think, Courtney. St. Dorothy is Old Harbor. Ask anybody. St. Dorothy is Old Harbor.
I did not know that.
So how coincidental that all of these names, the Warmington, who was the free child and who was the colored child, they were all bastards. All bastards. Ask St. Dorothy. Ask.
But hold on there. Those so-called bastards, if I didn't ever do to Michael Manley, they wouldn't even recognize them, you know. And Michael Manley said do away with the bastard child business, you know. So then could I have free education and common entrance and them something. They're like, yo, no for the people in where live for Jamaica, yo, them just need to lift off them at TPMP, like seriously. Like the foundation, like seriously, just lift off it at TPMP. Because one, on the probably they never get the education on get, on couldn't even afford it. If I never for Michael Manley, on couldn't even afford education. I know I did common entrance in a school, and that was Michael Manley baby. Common entrance make you choose which school you want to go. As long as your parents have the money, you can go. You can go. All right?
People in Old Harbor. Ask people in Old Harbor about the history of St. Catherine. They will tell you about St. Dorothy and St. John.
All right, so my YouTube shorts, I have an actual playlist for my YouTube shorts. So you can just click on the playlist and watch all of them.
Those were the names inside the parish of St. Catherine now. So when you come about Golding, Abakra Master, go look into the antecedents on the history. You Master Warmy, you the big bulldog. You were the black sheep. You came from bastardness. That is why you behave the way you behave. Oh, that is why you behave the behave. So when it comes on to
Bangarang,
make you want me repeat him.
I wonder if that sounds a bit of a true, because there's a science to no, this is like a real thing. This is not even a joke. There's a science to like trauma being transferred from one generation to the next, you know. It's not a joke, you know. I wonder if that sounds so bitter. You pretty closely connected to trauma, bro. Whatever, that's why I'm so toxic. That's an interesting viewpoint right there. I ain't lying.
To beget. Slave one bastard this one, you know.
Boy.
That is why he behaves so, because him think him should have the privilege. Bakra Master Black Sheep.
Him have a bloody, two blood them in him.
Remember, a man like Joshua Manley make some man who could have get to the name. Man like Joshua Manley make some man who could have get to the name. No bastard, no day again. No bastard, no day again. A man like, you don't know what I mean?
Talk up the things, you know, man. Talk up the things, them. No bastard, no day again. Don't find the song. Rotted, me can't believe you shared me that. Yo, corruption. What shadow? How you watch? How are they? Are this? History of Jamaican politics climate.
How you feeling? This one to Michael Manley.
Oh, that's how long is a song I make? A long time a song I make, man.
My father born ya. My father born ya. My grandmother born ya. My grandmother born ya. I and I born
that song there, like, I'm gonna save that, you know. Easy. I save that song, yeah. You know, so I never know say so long that song they make. Oh, that joke thing.
Fish pots in Olaba Bay were destroyed.
Wow.
And I got some and I started distributing them to all registered fishermen. I didn't have to go get your name, your number, your phone number, your mark go in the It's not come out and apologize. They are in collusion with each other. It was entirely excluded, in which I'm the counselor. As you know, but specifically what.
All right, so we're not going to go no further with film foolishness, but when we go up on the serious issues that actually are going in a constituency. This is Mr. Kurt Wall. Him go against Warmington in a constituency. Warmington have time to do all of this, but yet still there's these issues in his constituency. Listen to this.
Good afternoon, Dr. Wall. How are you doing?
Good afternoon, Andre. I'm quite good enough. How are you?
You're not in Olaba.
No. Not right now.
That looks like you're in somebody Papanari's office, but me believe. No. Dr. Wall. So how you never
Yes,
say
Andre.
who you're running against is also have estate of slaves?
Boy, I tell you, man, if that gentleman spend 1 quarter of the time and dig for some water for the people in Olaba, and not give them water, we dig up the opposition leader's background. I tell you, if he just spend a quarter of that time working in his constituency, then he would have delivered some water to the people in Olaba North. The amount of time he must have spent digging up that information. My God.
So you're conducting a demonstration tomorrow against corruption?
Definitely.
Tell us more about it.
Well, there are a number of things going on in Jamaica right now as we speak. I'm in my constituency of Southwest St. Catherine and also my division of Olaba South, in which I'm the councillor. As you know, but specifically what we are pinpointing on is the fact that the Prime Minister has appointed, well, basically he has told his friend to interview for a position, and then he ultimately got the position to become the head of the FID. And we think that it's highly inappropriate that a very good friend of the Prime Minister should head the body which will investigate his illicit enrichment case.
Pretty much.
And, I think that is a very important issue, and we cannot let it die a 9-day wonder. We have to continue to press and to see if the Prime Minister will relent and do the right thing, and to open up the interviews and allow someone else more appropriate to interview for the position.
It ain't happening.
But I don't think he's going to.
He's not.
I don't think he's going to ask his dear friend and confidant and his to withdraw. I don't think, based on how they're proceeding.
Exactly.
Them big bad and brave.
Yes,
I think so also, but at the same time we have to let the people of Jamaica know.
Yes.
The PNP is uncomfortable, and many other people have come out to say that they're uncomfortable.
Amen.
Members of the public sector have come out, other bloggers like yourself, and a number of other very popular bloggers have come out. I see where, the Maverick have come out against it. I see where even a gentleman named 119, who is a star.
Where is it?
Also a person.
Hold on there. Hey, say 119. 119 ain't easy. 119 do one video against Marky G, about the thing with Warmington come over there. Isn't it easy, Alright,
who is aligned with the Prime Minister. He has come out against it. A number of other people have come out against it and said it's highly inappropriate that the friend of the Prime Minister should lead investigations into his illicit enrichment case. I don't know how to put it, but it's highly inappropriate.
Very toxic-turby.
So there are other things happening.
Mm-hmm. What else is happening?
And there are other things. Well, in my corruption is also affecting me in my division of Olaba South and Southwest St. Catherine. And I came on the show and I spoke about.
Dr. Wall, are you there?
As you know, the Spark program is an ongoing program which every division and every community in Jamaica should benefit from the Spark program. And as I mentioned before, my division of Olaba South was entirely excluded from the consultation process. And ultimately, I was left off the list. Olaba South was not given a road. I called the member of parliament, I asked him about it, and he bluntly told me that there was no road for Olaba South.
Want to hear that? No road for Olaba South, according to him. Between him and Everett Warmington. Listen,
he should have listed 10 roads. He only listed 4 roads. So not only will Whole South suffering from this, other areas in the constituency of South Western Catherine will also be affected by the fact that whatever the member of parliament is doing is not above board, it's not transparent, because he did not invite all stakeholders to the consultation. And I even went to his office personally and I asked him about it. And he still told me that there were no roads. So I then went on to call the Minister of Works, which is Nestor Morgan, and I asked him, I said, oh, the member of parliament conducted a consultation and I was not invited, and ultimately I was left off the list of roads. And he told me bluntly that he could not help me.
Yeah. So not only did, according to him, not only did Warmington say he can't help him, because remember them saying the Spark program is supposed to touch every constituency in Jamaica. No matter if you're PMP or JLP, you know, I road them, you know, somewhere in some way supposed to fix. If I even want patriot there, so. And the man I say, one of the most important road them I need fixing. He might talk to the man about it, but it not surprise me, because I remember what Warmington said. Warmington said, fee him money now spend. No councillor, no PMP councillor now spend fee money. So a high level of corruption, you know. So the time when him have a talk about Mark Gold in a slave master lineage. Look upon how him suffer people in a modern time like him a slave master. Because them the people in support JLP, him now go fix them road. You see how that work? If you live in a glass house, don't throw stone. Tell you?
Really?
Crazy. Crazy.
Are we hearing him? I think he's having.
Yes. So when I saw the minister at this function where the TV cameras running, he told me at that time, because the cameras running, that he would have helped me to get some roads for Whole South. He said I should call him in 2 days. When I called him in 2 days, he was singing the same tune, that he could not help me.
So, in front of the camera, when the camera roll, they must say to him, say that I'm Mr. Dr. Kurtwal. Say, yeah man, check me in a 2 day, man. We are going to sort out that road there. You see the man call him in the next 2 days. I mean, I tell him what the man say, no? When the man call him in the next 2 days, different sanky they must sing. So in front of the camera, for optics, they must do that. But in a real life, they must suffer people because they are PMP, so they now fix their road.
And then lo and behold, I hear him giving his presentation in Parliament, his sectorial debate, saying that how the member of Parliament was his good friend and his confidant, and that sort of thing. So I see where these people are colluding to basically disenfranchise the people of Jamaica from what is rightfully theirs. The people of Whole South and South Western Catherine, we pay our taxes, and we should benefit from any government program there is. He said that he would not allow I as the council to spend any of his money, and he's doing it right now. And
you remember when he said that? No PMP councillor will spend any of his money. Granted, it's not his money, you know, at the Jamaican tax dollars, but through him at the MP, or him at the man, the minister in a government, and another constituency, a film constituency, when him win. Him now give the opposition no caretaker, no councillor, no money. Him said that. You remember the big old Alabalo and the controversy and people not call for resignation and all type of thing, and then I think he did quote unquote resign, and then they say him no resign. Him say him never resign, and them let him go, and then we see him back again, and him just a work, and that's how this government works. People do wrong things, them just get a slap on the wrist, and then they just bring them back in a fold. They don't do no real punishment. Who remember? Hold on there. Hello, sweetie. Okay. Alright, thank you. Yeah, man. Alright, baby. Yeah, so who remember when the PMP brother they say something about scammer? Like him a support scammer. And him when I do one of the money was supposed to dip on the ballot. You know what Mark Golding do? Mark Golding said, no brother, you can't do that. Immediate removal. There's a difference between the leadership is what I'm saying. Different thing. The man in the skullduggery business. You got to go. Yes, I'm like how the brother they take it. The man say, yo, he understand because he man link him immediately when the news break and say, yo, this we are doing, you know, because that not gonna work, you know. Because we are on a certain type of thing. We're in ICM league. When I keep up in a skullduggery, then can't compare to it. So you have to go step aside now. Another man got to take over. And that's how you go. Not no change.
I think that is blatantly corrupt. What he and the Minister of Works, they are doing. They are in collusion with each other. Because of his utterances, he lost the position as the Minister of Works. And now he has put a pawn in place, which is the minister.
Ooh, so my boy, the Morgan, are the puppet. According to this man here. So him lose the position and Smart Wayne can, kick round because he's a big man in the thing and just do what himself do. Allegedly.
Mr. Morgan to carry out his dirty work.
Not my word.
You understand? And the people of Wolaba South and Southwest St. Catherine, we will not stand and let him disenfranchise us. And we also will not stand and allow the Prime Minister to assign his very good friend to oversee his investigations of illicit enrichment.
Yeah, there needs to be a protest every week about Dennis Strong's appointment. Every week, at least. Somewhere in Jamaica. Every week. No joke.
So those are two of the major things that we'll be standing against. And there are a number of other things. As you see, what happened in Mobi, you spoke about it on your show yesterday, where the mayor down there was trying to take down the signs of the member of parliament candidates for the PNP while allowing his candidates to put up their...
All him. Splash the joy I read. All him. How you feel? The court say, yo, watching a bad man, don't take down no more posters or you're in a contempt with the court, How you feel when you have be a rat infest on a blouse and skirt, Montego Bay? What a disgrace. And call yourself me about you take down PNP, boy. They want a slap.
Their signs. And he was ultimately found to be in the wrong. Yeah. And this government, this JLP government, they are not an introspective government. They will not look into themselves and say that, yes, we are doing the wrong thing. Let us...
Brother, them never wrong yet. Never. We never say they wrong one time. They do everything right. And when they also tumble down and a bun down, everything they do right. I best government and third term loading. They not say them wrong about nothing. Oh, you say just listen to the story, brethren? Me not even look back on that story. Me left it behind me. I want no parts of it. Anybody else want to take on that? He done out. She told her story. I don't know nothing about them allegations that she had talked about and I call this a big man and name and that the big man. I don't know nothing about none of that. I left it right there. You hear me say? Okay.
It's a government where you basically have to beat and teach. You understand? You have to drive home the points because they are unrelenting in whatever they do. Whether it is bad, they are unrelenting. And we the well-thinking people of Southwest St. Catherine and by extension the rest of St. Catherine and Jamaica, we have to let the people in Jamaica know what is going on inside the government. Because they will not come out, the Labour Party will not come out and apologize and say, we have done something wrong, let us change course. We will have to drive it home in the minds and hearts of the people.
True.
So your demonstration is against the slave owner who is creating mayhem in the harbour against the people?
Definitely, he's a very corrupt member of parliament.
Your demonstration also would solidify the stance against the appointment of Chung holding his body, and equally you're standing in solidarity for the judgment that the court gave for what the mayor did in Montego Bay. Am I correct?
Definitely. All the corrupt things, starting back from way back when Royal Reid was found to have, used money from the education ministry for himself. I don't know, allegedly, right? All of those things coming right up to now. The fact that Petrojam was funneling monies all over the place. We're against all the things that they have been doing. The fact that the Prime Minister has had his statutory declarations and certified for the past 4 years, right? And when the Integrity Commission took him to task on it, he brought them to court. He essentially brought the government to court, saying that the government should answer to him. Why is it that they are bringing up this case against him? And then when the Integrity Commission referred this case to the FID because it was too complicated for them, he now wants to ultimately assign his friend to oversee the investigations. And I think if this was any other country, any other democracy worth its salt, the Prime Minister would have ultimately signed and allow somebody else to carry on the mantle. Well, in 2011, Bruce Bolin did the honorable thing because he too got himself embroiled in corrupt practices. But he did the honorable thing. He exercised the honorable in his title. And he stood aside and gave the gentleman who is now the Prime Minister to take on the mantle. And now he's in a similar situation, but he doesn't want to exercise the honorable in his name.
Because you have to understand there are different degrees of pedigree, don't it? Bruce Golding comes from a family who knows what right is right and wrong is wrong. I don't know the pedigree that Wholeness is. And that pedigree...
Well, Bruce Golding is a whole other man too, and he has good upbringing. That's why, you know. He's a whole other man like myself.
Not all good, not everything good comes from Whola, because you have some dangerous dogs, you know that. That when them bite you, them give you... It's what when you get bite, it's where you get from dog when you get bite. Rabies?
Rabies. It's not in Jamaica though, thankfully. We don't have it in Jamaica.
But when some dogs bite...
99% of the fish pots in Olaba Bay are destroyed.
Wow.
And I got some and I started distributing them to all registered fishermen. I didn't have to go get your name, your number, your phone number, your shoe size and all of that. We just put it in the community and we say, all registered fishermen, come and get your passports. Right.
Size,
it's just crazy. Recently, since Beryl blew in June of last year, it's just about 1 month ago the fisheries came and started distributing money for people who lost nets.
Yeah, right, we are dealing with. Power Tuesdays, my general. When is my earth strong? Is this week a year one? My one of December, man. But blessings, you know, when your birthday forward, you know, my general. Yeah, man. Blessings, man. Hope you have a wonderful time with you and your family, you see it? And go and stay safe and thing, you know what I mean? That is it.
And pots in Wolaba South. And they funnel everything to the member of parliament. And I heard that he was also giving money to people who are not involved in fishing any at all. I take no position to a man getting a money, but all and sundry were getting these money, and the people who are legitimate fisher folk were not getting these funds.
What?
Wow.
You understand?
Just like the fertilizer.
Right, just like the fertilizer, and the fertilizer that's spoiled too. I look for the life of me, I don't know fertilizer spoiled. But all of those things were...
Fertilizer did spoil? No, seriously. That's like saying bleach spoil. Fertilizer spoil? No, well, I'm going to Google that. I need to... Can fertilizer spoil? The hell? Hold on there, people. No, I just hear that a while ago. Hold on there. Yes, fertilizer can technically spoil or lose effectiveness over time. But it's more about losing potency than becoming completely useless. Oh, granular fertilizers is stored properly. Granular fertilizer, if stored properly in a cool, dry place, can last for several years. Several years, you know. That are more than 5 years, you know. Several years. While liquid fertilizer generally have a shorter shelf life and should be used within a year. The fertilizer what they talk about on a liquid fertilizer. The fertilizer what they get from the country there. I never 1 year use fertilizer. A whole heap of fertilizer them getting truck load of fertilizer them getting truck load. No man, my mother's birthday was the other day. Not me, my mother's. Not me. My mommy. Yeah, my mommy's birthday was yesterday. Mother Gemini, you know. Anyway, back to this. That one I lit me for 6. So yeah.
Spoil.
Yeah, there's bags of the fertilizer. I think it was 3,000 bags, which were unaccounted for it. I think they reported that it was spoiled. I don't know how that happened, but...
You see them 3,000 bags there? What they need to know is, when did they get the fertilizer? What type of fertilizer is it? And then they can determine whether or not it actually spoiled. Because that sounds fishy. I remember them say several years for the granular fertilizer, and I believe that's the one that we get. So I don't know how the granular fertilizer spoiled, and they must say it really lose its potency, not really spoiled. It's not as spoiled, it's not as strong as it used to be. You get me?
So
they will have to explain.
While
I think that will go down as one of their major accomplishments. Letting fertilizer spoil.
What? So fertilizer can spoil, Dr. Wall?
Well, that's what I heard. That's what was alleged. Remember, there were a number of bags that were unaccounted for. They said some of them burst up and they couldn't get them back. And they said, I think they said around 3,000 bags of it spoiled.
I never hear fertilizer spoiling. That is news to me. But so you said they went around a lot last month ago, and even people who are not fisher folks.
Yes, my birthday is in December.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So what amount?
Yes. And it took nearly a year for fisheries to disperse the money. And if it was before that, I don't know of it, because as you know, they do not involve me, the sitting council of Wolaba South, in anything.
Why?
Everything that is done.
No, you know, we really would have loved for we then call it tribal politics done in Jamaica, you know. Because at the end of the day, if one entity win, everything that with Jamaica for benefit, supposed to be the benefit of our Jamaicans. So we're supposed to unite and work together. Yes? And the way how it has been going since the beginning, because the two cousins them when they start this thing, that was the energy. And it's the same energy right now, it's just separation. I'm sick and tired of it, because people's lives are literally being lost over politics. Politicians with them never even know, they never even see them, never even touch them. Brother, it's weird, you know? It's like a new form of groupism. There's some big old people that move like a group for politicians. Like, man, this is some lame shit, boy.
Everything that is done in Wolaba South now, through the ministry or through the member of parliament, is done in secrecy, because they want to exclude me, the sitting councillor. And I have told them categorically, I do not want any funds passing through my hand. I just want to be a part of the process to see that the Jamaican people get value for money when tax dollars are being dispersed. You understand? I do not want the money to pass through my hand.
Hey, I'm not telling a lie. Now this is a climate where they start investigate people for illicit enrichment and corruption. Me I want MP, I don't want no money come through my hand neither. Virgin, we have a project, the money is supposed to go to these people for this. We just want to know, say, we have a documentation for the process, so the money they actually go to the people and we are look for work though. Me no want to hand no money to nobody, not necessary. Nah, I'm good. I want to stay away from all corruption. Point blank period. You know what I mean? Respect. Point blank period.
I just want to know that the process is taking place fairly, and that the people who should get these tax resources are actually the people who should get them, and not all and sundry. You understand? I'm not opposed to people getting money, but there are monies for different things. If a man want money to fix up his house, there are agencies that do that. If a man want money to fix up his car, there are agencies. Do not use monies for fisher folk to do other things or to ingratiate yourself with the electorate. You know, that is very bad.
So hold on.
The monies that should have been dispersed.
So hold on. So bright idea. You're one of them Jamaican that will decide say you're not come unless them people lose the election. Why serious? People in the diaspora are serious bad, brother.
First through Wolaba South, I should have been privileged to that information. And nothing at all that this gentleman does now, he allows me to participate in it. And I told him categorically, I do not want your money, sir. I want the people in Wolaba South to get the tax dollars which are entitled to them. I do not want it to pass through my hands. I have always given the...
Saturday, me don't know say you now come back to Jamaica until this government lose the election. Me know. We already know. I think all of this page knows your stance about all of this. But it's surprising to me the amount of people that holds the same exact mentality as you. Man, listen. See, last some gone left for you, know? Last some they are foreigner now, you know? Not true, last some? Last some say, yo, me a cut. Last some say, I come back when they call the election. Last some say, I come back on vote, but they not stay down here with them.
The people of Wolaba South, everything that they should get, everything that the government gives me, I give it to them, plus Brata.
Jerry Sadler, big up yourself.
Well, this not sound safe. What happening out at Church Pen? Them finish the bridge out at Church Pen, that's
No, the bridge. Well,
about that bridge.
There are two bridges in the Church Pen divisions. In the Church Pen division, that is down right now. We have one in Spring Village. That one has been down for September coming. Would have been 2 years since that bridge was down, and it's just now they are started. They are still in the early stages of fixing the bridge, right? But it has been 2 years. Another thing I want to highlight to Andre.
Yes.
That bridge in Spring Village, it cuts the community into two, really. Right? It divides the Gutters community from the Spring Village community. Most people who live in Spring Village, they normally drive through that bridge.
What you say? You can't live on that.
Bridge to go home. Because the bridge is down now, it basically cuts the taxi route into two.
Boy,
So you have some taxi men coming from Old Harbour to the bridge, and these people traverse across the footbridge that was built by the Jamaica Boilers Group. Thanks to them. And they go over to the other side. And that trip is like a less than a mile trip from there to the Spring Village community. Right? Most of these men on the other side, they are robo taxis, right? Because they're basically filling a void. Majority of the route taxi men, they would rather to collect the bigger fare from Old Harbour to the bridge, which is around $400. From the bridge into the Spring Village community is around $50 to $70. So because most of the taxi men don't take up that road, you know, you have the robo taxi men coming in to fill that void. Right? Yes, and you have the transport authority now. They are coming around there, driving on a bad road, nearly 2 miles on bad road to come around there to seize and to lock up these men. I tell you, I don't know what is it that this government won't stop.
Boy, I mean, I know. Some of the issues them are there in our country are just like it's not about who in government per se. It's about looking at the issue and the reality of the issue. The taxi man them pay a bunch of money, bunch of tax. They might get some rotted ticket and look on the road them. They might get ticket for fitness, they might get ticket for this. If you road enough fit, you're not supposed to have a ticket me. I'm not supposed to get a ticket. If you road them is not good road, you cannot, in a good conscience, stop me on a road like that when I look on right now. And ticket me if you drive on the road for my fitness and my car. That is unconscionable. The man them give it good road, and when the road ain't good now, if a man come on the road now and his car don't fit, he don't have this and everything now speaker and span and how it be, you have all right to give one of my biggest ticket them in the world. But the government needs to get a ticket. Right now, every taxi man for ticket the government. Because they need to pay taxi man, they need to start giving taxi man them money to help them fix their car. To all the road them bad. Some of the road them. It's terrible, man. The man if you do better, brother. You know, they don't look good. You know, look good.
I don't know. I said, my God, these men who are running these robot taxi men, they are family members of the people who are carrying back to Spring Village. There are people who live there. Everybody knows them. You're right. And for the last couple of weeks, they have been going around there antagonizing. And I don't even call it antagonize. I'd call they're extorting these taxi men. So we're also...
Well, that is a fact. The extortion of taxi men has been going on for a very, very long time. Them have one thing when they call right or left. Brother, yo, them thing they need to stop still here, man. Right now, to all the country deep in a corruption have to get eradicated from every level. It's like a cancer where it's a spread and it's everywhere. Country can't continue like this. We are going to be internationally banned. You understand? Alright, I'm showing our vibes. You see on YouTube, if you're a content creator, you know, say, because of our economic system, YouTube don't recognize us to get super chats. What is super chat? Well, most of them don't know what is super chat. But the reason why we can't get super chat is because our banking system is not recognized to the point where it's deemed safe to interact with freedom banking system. So that is now limiting the avenues of us as Jamaicans, content creators, to actually earn US dollars to bring in the country. Remittance. So you see, if the system was better, we could have get super chats, which is more income. And you have so much youth. Look much youth upon TikTok where a content creator. Then they upon YouTube. They could not earn money upon YouTube and TikTok. They could not earn money in so many different ways. There's so much of Jamaica that we need to take advantage of. And it would have even boost tourism, because the media space are going to show the outside world. Yo, there have one place down at St. Thomas, this is that place there. I saw you look, I don't know if you can experience this. And then you have hidden places where people will go as a content creator and do videos, and that are going to expose more people on the internet who want to come to Jamaica and want to spend more money again, so more revenue and the economy grow. So the whole system just needs to fix, brother. Corruption steals away our money, especially the people when they're at the bottom. So if you are an individual and you have support corruption, is either you are benefit directly or indirectly from corruption, or you just fool. You don't understand the dynamics of all of this and how it works. You don't understand, say it can affect your youth. Way down your line. Your youth them, your great-great-grand, pity them, your great. Imagine if the people before we never care about we enough to fight for freedom. We would be in chains right now. And then if we had that same selfish cycle of thinking about ourselves alone and not thinking about the future, the rest of people them after that would have been in chains. We wouldn't be walking around free at the bar having a drink or being able to drive, have a license. You couldn't even go to school because they never want to read. Total oppression. So how you, if you understand the history of where you come from as a people and be selfish? Really? Nah, B. That ain't it. You have to be a patriot. You have to be a patriot. A patriots make we can enjoy what we are enjoying now. You understand?
Standing against corruption from the agencies led by this JLP government. They're going around here dressing up in like normal passengers, taking away these people's car, and I tell you they have to pay sometime in the order of hundreds of thousands of dollars to get back their vehicle. You understand? So we're standing against these things also. It's a crying shame. And with all of these things,
I know, man, end that one up on the hour mark, and we have 3 minutes.
Things happening, the member of parliament is nowhere to be found. He's there digging up he must have been at RGD for nearly 1 month, digging up 10 generations of the
Dr. Wall.
I freeze up.
Breaking news! Hold on there, Jamaica.
Yes,
hold on.
Yes, Andrew, you hear me now?
What is? Never hear this about that. Breaking news.
Yes, Jamaica. I can confirm that the Integrity Commission
Did what?
has sent to the Parliament.
You
remember people were asking me this week.
What the next 7 days?
With the illicit 8. The Integrity Commission, as we speak, Jamaica.
What?
Has sent 3 reports of investigation.
Breaking news.
Along with the associated indicative ruling of the acting director of corruption prosecution to the Speaker of the House, the President of the Senate. A copy of the reports and the indicative ruling has also been sent to the Clerk of the House.
Oh, see that, people?
Did you hear what I just said, Jamaica?
See that, people? Hey, pick up yourself, Andre. Wait. In keeping with its previously made commitment, the Integrity Commission wishes to notify the public that it has today submitted to Parliament 3 reports of investigation, together with associate indicative rulings from the Commission's Acting Director of Corruption Prosecution. The documents are formally received and signed for at the Parliament at 11:04 a.m. this morning. Hard copies of the reference investigation. Well, let me zoom it up some more because this will blind me. Yes, that is good. Hard copies of the reference investigation reports were submitted in separate envelopes under cover of identical letters addressed to the following: the Most Honorable Juliet Ones MP, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Senator Honorable Tom Tavares Finster, OG, CD, KC, JP, President of the Senate, Miss Colleen Lowe, Clerk to the House of Parliament. The indicative ruling were also similarly addressed and submitted in separate envelopes. A USB flash drive with PDF electronic copies of the documentation submitted was also conveyed. The Integrity Commission anticipates that investigation reports, which were submitted pursuant to and in conformance with Section 54 of the Integrity Commission Act, together with the associate indicative ruling, will be tabled in both House of Parliament ASAP. Yes! Section 54 of the Integrity Commission Act provides that where the report from the Director of Investigation to the Commission has recommended under subsection 3, the Commission shall submit in Parliament for tabling, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Hold up. Isn't Parliament going on right now? Man, wait a minute. Wait. I doubt they tabled it. But I think Parliament are going right now.
10 more minutes and I'm finished. Thank you.
Parliament are going right now.
Five.
Eh?
5. Yeah, 5. Member?
64%.
Member, you have 5 minutes to wrap up. Please. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
We no carry that charger.
Lifestyle, leak medical profile, predictability.
Wagwan, a good news,
Care
yes?
for the chronically ill or
No,
older
hear this a
population.
monster, you know.
Organization.
Me want hear about...
Municipal corporation.
Brownberg.
Listen to this.
Dr. Charles.
That lady I want hear, because I want hear what she has said about the report them. If it...
Dr. Holness, Dr. Chang, Mrs. Williams, Mr. Mackenzie, Mr. Chuck, Mr. Vass, Dr. Tufton, Mrs. Malahoo Fort, Mr. Green, Mr. Charles Jr., Mr. Matthew Samuda, Ms. Grange, Mr. Morgan, Mrs. Cuthbert Flynn, Mr.
What if I
Mean,
three more
Mr. Davis,
the
Mr.
people,
Terrell,
man?
Mr. Hutchinson, Mr. Whittle, Dr. Dunn, Mr. Brown,
just look for ear
Dr.
if
Brownberg,
there's
Dr.
enough
Charles,
nothing.
Mr. Chin, Dr. Charles, Mr. Cousins, Ms. Crawford,
Want you then
Ms.
confirm
Daly,
so then
Ms.
get the
Dalrymple
report.
Filbert, Ms. Davis, Mr. Golding, Mr. Graham, Dr. Guy, Ms. Hamilton, Ms. Hannah, Mr. Enriquez, Mr. Henry, Mr. Hilton, Mr. Jackson, Mr. Lawrence, Paulwell, Mr. Dr. and Mr.
House Leader. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'd like
No wonder Juliet no did it today.
to join you in welcoming members to the sitting of the House today, and particularly to join you in welcoming members of the gallery who are here to a church. Well, and speaking, I'd like to move for you to suspend the items from 1 to 14, and for us to proceed to item 15, public business. And with your permission, Mr. Speaker, I would recommend that we begin with the legislative agenda and to ask the Minister of Justice to take the matter in his name in relation to the International Church of the Four Spirit Hospital in Jamaica in order to facilitate their presence and indeed the need for them to move on. We're going to have, of course, will be followed by the Minister of Health, who will make his contribution, and then the member from St. Catherine North Central. Before you, Minister, the request is on the floor for the suspension of item number 3 to 14. We start at number 15, public business, and as requested by the House Leader, that we take the matter of the Four Spirit.
Yankee bless, big up.
Those in favor? Those against? Ayes have it.
So Yankee bless, here's a true report sent to Parliament from the Integrity Commission. Brethren, the timing of all of this. Me say the other day, I say, yo, brother, a long time I wonder if the Integrity Commission do no more work. You hear me say? I was wondering if they were doing any more work. I wonder if the whole litigation between them and Andrew Jones tied them up, but they can't do nothing more. Me no hear nothing from the man them all long now, brother. You know how long the man in the South and report? Me say a real progress, my friend. Real progress.
Private bills, and business. That's what US and welcome in the.
So me no want to hear all him, you know. We can't go on, you know. People, me not go no further. Alright, they say I'm going to pop. They tell me say I want to me I do still, you know. Zine, so they can watch over a video respectfully for those who just come in. Oh, and by the way, I dropped some videos today, premieres. And if you guys have not yet watched them, this is a good time too. I dropped 3 videos this morning, early this morning, so check them out. Place I get nice here now. I'll play some music. See, pray. Yo man, I dropped 3 videos to them, man. Check them out, man. But you know not, but come on, guys. Dr. Dayton Campbell video. Hola. Like Michael Leachin video. What are they with? Come on, man. Yo, we don't even go check out them video there still. No. Me, I leave that to the hands of the professionals. I not going no further with that, Yankee bless. Hell no. To the no. Me not touch that with a long blouse and skirt pole stick. You know the one where they used to do long jump? Yeah, me not even touch you with that. I left that alone. That bigger than me. Me done put out the video already. If people ain't done see it. This morning, my boy the Jamaica call us do a video. And you see turnout today in our place. About 700 odd people me here listen. Right? And I think yeah, the calling. Yankee bless the calling when I tell when me check in. Me no want have nothing to do with that, brother. I don't even know the lady. I no disrespect to her, but that is way past my pay grade, okay? Yes. Anyway, big up on yourself. Me done, you know? Yeah. Yes, man. Carlos can interview her, of course. Yes. Carlos can interview her, of course. No problem. Most definitely. Go ahead. I'm sure there's going to be 1,000 people watching. Oh, I'm sure. I'm not touching it. Nope. No, sir. That one is bigger than me. Anyway, big up on yourself. Yes. Nah, B. Oh, no. Woo! Yes, Lord. I'm out of here, man. See y'all later. Yeah, man. Me go link Carlos. Me have Carlos number now. I link him. Look, come on.